Hey Wolfpack, in today's video we're going to show you how to get cornerbacks at linebacker in the glitchy 6-1 defense. This will be a little bit more raw video here where I'm going to make sure that you guys get each and every step that you guys need to do this successfully, because I find that with more edited videos it does get a bit confusing. So you guys are going to see the step-by-step process, exactly how I do it, starting from scratch. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and buy a cornerback here that we're going to use to do the glitch with. They do have to be high overall, so that's first thing to note here. So we got Jalen Husky. He's an 84 overall, which is pretty good for my team. All right, we're over at the lineup screen. We're going to go ahead and make a new lineup to show you guys this from scratch. We got the 6-1 glitch. Start it. Okay, let's go to the defensive side of the ball first. This is the most important. At middle linebacker, you're going to put in two linebackers. Now you can either do an outside linebacker and an inside middle linebacker or any mix and match. I'm going to do Eric Kendricks personally. He's my best player, middle linebacker. And the second one is going to be an outside linebacker. We'll just pick, for the sake of this, a 77 overall. So these are the only two linebackers you can have in your entire lineup. Okay, at outside linebacker, here's the trick here. We're going to pick an end. All right, so left end or right end there, and we're going to go left end over here. All right, these guys are going to actually play. They're going to be, ironically, your 3 or 4 defensive linemen in this set. Now at end, we're going to put defensive tackles, but they're not actually going to play, so I recommend going with low overall defensive tackles, like really bad ones. Honestly, the worst ones that you have in your lineup. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but the way that this glitch works, it's going to grab high overall players. We want to make sure that it's not grabbing these defensive tackles. We do not want them playing at outside linebacker, middle linebacker. Again, why would you want DBs in the 6-1 defense? Very simply, they're faster typically, so they're going to get after the quarterback for you on blitzes, and they have much higher man coverage, so you can do more hybrid setups on defense to keep your opponent guessing. Overall, it is an effective tactic that pros have used for years. Okay, so here's your defensive line, 66, all defensive tackles. All right, safeties, they can be anybody. So we're just going to put in our best safeties in. Nothing crazy here. We're going to reserve these two guys because that's who we want at outside linebacker. They're our highest overall players. So we're going to work around them by putting our 83s in at our standard cornerback spot, and then we're going to put in the 84s that we want at the linebacker positions in the lineup. Am I one short? I could be one short. We might need another guy. We can try to get this Rivers in there as well because we do technically need 3. So we're going to start here. Offense. Just make sure that you don't do too high of overall players, because you could get a guy like Joe Burrow in at linebacker. I think that's actually going to happen to me because he's an 83. So I'm going to pick not my starting quarterback, Joe Burrow. I'm going to pick somebody worse than that. So right here, essentially, you just have to make sure that you're picking players that are less overall than the guys you want at outside linebacker. Otherwise, you will get an offensive player there, and that won't be ideal. But we'll be able to test all of this before actually hopping into a game, which is always a good perk and a good idea. Going ahead again, just making sure I'm not picking too high of overall players, keeping our overalls low. Waiters might actually, I think he's an 81. I think he's fine. And do keep in mind you want them at their natural position, because if it's a higher overall card playing at a out of position, it will show as a lower overall card than it truly is, and you might get goofed up that way. And my right tackle is actually really too good right now. I need to take him out. An 85 overall is way too high. We'll go ahead with the 81. So there is a drawback, obviously, when team building, but hopefully you have a better team than me, so you're able to just buy the best corners, and you'll be able to have a really good squad on top of doing this glitch. Punter and kicker, I know this is... We're actually going to cut here. We're going to cut. You're not going to watch me do all this. Just fill out the rest of your depth chart like you normally would. I need to make sure this guy's already in the lineup. Okay, cool. Okay, one thing quick to note. When you are putting in your sub linebacker, make sure they're a linebacker already in your lineup. You cannot add a third linebacker here. It will mess the whole thing up. That goes for any of these defensive specialists. You need to pick players that are already in your lineup. Just make sure you know, when you're looking at these players, that they are in fact in your lineup, and you will be fine. Just do not add any players not thinking about it, because it is a roster glitch that we need to make sure we have the requirements to do. Also make sure that you have your 4-3 multiple defense. Okay guys, just one quick note. I am back in the auction house to buy a safety that we want to get at linebacker. Spending the rest of my coins there, no big deal. So he's an 84 overall. He should be able to be a linebacker for us. We just only had 2 high enough overall players for this glitch to work, so we just added our 3rd. So I'll show you the players in just a second who we're going to get in at linebacker and then prove it to you guys. So the 3 that we're going to do, we're going to be looking for Larson, Bryant, and Husky. So Husky, Bryant, Larson. Those are gonna be our middle linebackers, or our linebackers in the 6-1 if we do it right. So we're gonna go ahead over to practice mode. Again, this is raw, walking you guys literally through it. So hopefully you guys have no issues on how to do it. We're going to practice mode. You should always practice this. Make sure you know who's going to end up where when doing the glitch. First step, flip sides. You're going to have to call a dummy play because it doesn't actually flip the sides immediately. So see, we're still on offense. So we just hand the ball off, give ourselves up. Okay, now to the magic. To the magic we go on Wisconsin. Let's do it. So over to even 6-1. So by default, we have Walker, Kendricks, Van, etc. So the first step, we're going to make sure we're going to lock in all of our safeties in their normal spots. So you do that by subbing them in, subbing them out. All right. So was Johnson one of them? I don't remember. Okay, so this is right. Cradle is for sure one that we want. I don't remember Johnson. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, Husky, yes, these are the 3. Okay, so here you go. These are the 3. We want Husky, Larson, and Bryant to end up at our linebacker positions. So the one thing that we have to do after we lock in our DBs is sub in your left outside linebacker to your left of screen end position. Okay, very important. You're going to hit pause, coaching, depth chart, reorder depth chart. Make sure that all your offensive players end up in the right spot, but it's not important for the glitch. So you're going to go to right end, and you're going to sub your right end out for defensive tackle. And you're going to switch over to defensive tackle, and then you're going to put your right end here. Okay. And then last but not least, you're going to go to right outside linebacker, and you're going to sub in Kendricks to the 2nd spot. All right. And then you're going to flip the package over to LB Rush. All right. And let's take a peek. So we got him there, Bryant there, and it says it's Amosigo, but I guarantee you it won't. So it won't actually be him, so we'll call it place. But here's already 2 guys that we want. Crandall is there, Bryant is there. At least I believe those are the right guys. We'll call a play because it could be that the lineup screen is glitched. We'll see who's actually playing out there and confirm that they're right. Okay, so we knocked down our guy. Very good. So we're going to go to instant replay. And who do we have out here? So Larson confirmed. We got him out there. That's awesome. Who are you? Bryant? Yes, Bryant. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Again, Larson's there. And then the last guy is Husky. And again, those were our DBs, Husky, Larson, and Bryant. And I will go back to the main menu here. I'll cut and I'll show you their cards just so you know, in fact, that they were the cornerbacks that we wanted to do the glitch on. All right, and there they are. There's Larson, free safety. Bryant is a corner, and Husky was another corner. So hope you guys like it. It's a good defense. It's even better when you have corners at linebacker. Enjoy.